Save Our Produce is an important initiative that was launched by the Civic Association about a week ago, and it is catching fire. It's important you can help with it. Take a look. The great swath of land that encompasses much of western Palm Beach County is fast approaching the end of the harvest season. But with hotels and cruise ships and restaurants and clubs and schools pretty much shut down, vegetables that would make it to market may have to be plowed under, a total loss for farmers. Well, the Civic Association had an idea: get the food to people who need it and pay the farmers for it. An anonymous director wrote the first check.
This all started about a week ago when Michael and I got a phone call from Mary Robinson. She was on the phone with one of your directors, and they were trying to figure out what could be done to save the produce that our growers had growing in the fields, and they could not afford to pay the labor to harvest it because no one was available to purchase it with restaurants and so on closed. In a matter of 48 hours or so, under Mary's leadership, we had a plan, and the plan was really amazing. And that produce is going to be sitting down to dinner with hungry people in about 24 hours.
The Save the Produce movement is catching fire. Suzanne and Michael Ainsley are on board.
We're behind it because this was such a win-win situation. I mean, you're helping the farmers selling their products, because all this produce they were selling to restaurants and cruise ships, and now they're going rotten. So you get to pay the farmers and donate the food, the produce, to the food bank, which helps people that are out of jobs and out of work and can't afford a lot of food. And by the way, it's all healthy food. It's all fresh produce. So it's just such a win-win. We had to give and contribute to it, and I hope other people do.
And Michael, the Civic Association taking a lead role, you must be proud of that or happy.
Well, I really saw a wonderful example of leadership in Mary Robinson and the Civic Association in stepping up and really putting together these pieces. And so we wanted to step up for that reason. And it's also extremely efficient. 100% of the money is going to farmers and the food to local people who need the food. So it is, as Suzanne said, it's a win for all. We really hope others will step up, because there are only 10 more days left in the growing season for this produce, and it'll be literally have to be plowed under. So it's urgent, and it is really compelling.
And it's great for our community.
Kit Panel, known for her gardens, is close to the earth in so many ways. And when she heard about saving the produce, she wanted to help out.
I heard about it after listening to your clip on the Civic Association, which I do every week. And then I read Mary's email, and so I contacted her, and she called me up, and I said I'd love to give something, because I've given to the help the waiters and things in different restaurants, but I said I had forgotten about the food. And we all have to feel sorry for these farmers who are having to plow under their vegetables and their corn and their tomatoes and whatever else they're growing. And so I thought, well, that would just be a good thing to give to.
It's a win-win, because it goes to somebody's table who might not have good food.
And I'm so excited that I might get some corn.
We are going to get you some corn.
Okay. Thank you.
There is corn and a lot more out there waiting to be harvested and boxed. The more supporters, the more vegetables make it from farm to table. The process is heartening to Stephen Basor, who's been overseeing at his farm, TKM Farms in Belle Glade.
We appreciate the support, and we want people to understand that this is where the food comes from, and it's important that for the food supply to continue on, that we preserve our farmland. And now Maggie Zeidman, of course, with the town council and a former nurse in New York City for 20 years. She's been terrific, guiding us in the last 8 weeks on our health concerns and our town's concerns. So we're going to get an update from Maggie right now.
Do you all remember the movie Awakenings? Now, I'm not saying Palm Beach is a mental institution, but we have been kept inside for a very long time. And there was a nurse in that movie, Nurse Ratched. I hope you don't think that I'm like Nurse Ratched. I hope that I lean more toward the caring, benevolent nurse, not Nurse Ratched. I got a email on Sunday from several golfers, And they had put together a whole list of how they would handle themselves on a golf course so that there would be no transmission of the novel coronavirus, also known as SARS-CoV-2. So I went through it and I thought, am I Nurse Ratched? They're writing this to me and to our great town manager, Kirk Bluen. And I thought, maybe they do see me that way. I hope not. Listen, this week we have relaxed a lot of the, for recreational facilities, we've relaxed some of the protocols that have been put in place. And I do want to mention that when the county puts an order in place, we have to follow the county's order. So when golf courses and beaches and pools and tennis courts and parks were closed, we must follow that. That's not an option. The town of Palm Beach can put extra things in place, but you have to follow the orders of the county and the state. You can't not do that. So here we are, and we have some relaxing of those orders, and specifically for golf, for tennis, for parks, for pools, for boats. And I do think that it is a little bit of, it's going to be great, I think, for people to get out. But the other question that I've been asked is, am I worried? Well, yes, I'm worried. Of course I'm worried. I don't want to see the numbers go up. I want to see people maintaining social distancing and the things that you've learned over the last 6 weeks, which are, don't touch your face, especially your nose, your mouth, your eyes, wash your hands, wear a mask if you're in an enclosed public space. You may even want to wear it outside, or when you're passing people or going to be in close proximity to anyone, just wear it around your neck or have it with you and put it on. You know the drill. You know what to do. So while these things have been relaxed for recreational activities, I think it's very important to just stay focused on what you have learned and to do that. Employ all those practices. It's going to be very important. And I get it. People need to get out. People need to walk. They need to have some fun on a golf course. And I think the recommendations that those 22 gentlemen wrote were terrific. And I can see that people are really trying to do their very best. So I applaud all of you. All of you have taken all the necessary steps. We have to continue. Even though we have relaxed some of these things, we must continue. So if you see someone getting too close to you, move away. Or say something to them gently, kindly, nicely. It's for your health too, that you stay away from me. So if we can just do this and do it well and do it right, I think it's a great thing. So I hope you will do it well and do it right. And I hope you have a good time. I hope you have fun. And I hope I'm not Nurse Ratched. So I'll talk to you again on Friday. Be well. Don't get sick. Thank you.
The census is so important. It dictates representation for our town. Right now, not a lot of people paying attention to it. It has been deferred a month or two, but you should, because it is important to the way we live here. Here's more on that from Wendy.
Tim, the response rate to the 2020 U.S. Census on behalf of the towns in Palm Beach County, including the town of Palm Beach, has been very low to this point, and that's not a good thing. Why? Because it could cost the town of Palm Beach thousands and thousands of dollars that would go toward essential services. Whether it's the police working to keep the crime rate low, or fire rescue responding to emergency calls, all while the threat of COVID-19 infection presents an imminent danger to first responders. These are just a few of the essential services we rely on to maintain the high quality of life in Palm Beach. However, with a meager 37% response rate to the U.S. Census so far from the town, valuable federal funding provided to bolster the town's budget is in jeopardy. Just 10 years ago, in 2010, the response rate by Palm Beach residents was better, about 45%. Now that the deadline to respond has been extended to mid-August, residents have a chance to help boost the currently anemic response rate, which will directly assist the town and its bottom line.
Just think about the great recreation provided by the town, even the excellent sanitation. It is all part of what gets paid for by the town. So, if you were physically residing in Palm Beach on April 1st of this year and haven't yet responded, here's all you have to do, either by computer, phone, or U.S. mail. You can log on to www.census.gov and click Respond to Census. Or pick up the phone and call 844-330-2020. Or just return the census form by U.S. mail. Your town leadership is urging you to make the effort.
That's it from here. We'll update as news breaks, and it does from time to time, on our website. And we wish you the very best again. Light at the end of the tunnel, we all know it. And let's leave you again with the Atlantic Ocean.